Impermanence, the final gateway to radical liberation. When hearing about impermanence, many feel uneasy for fear of loss. But in reality, impermanence is the greatest hope for the cessation of suffering. Imagine if sadness were eternal, if deadlock were immutable. We would be forever imprisoned in darkness. It is thanks to the law of impermanence that every negative psychological state has an end. Suffering is not a solid entity or an unchangeable destiny. It is merely a continuous chain of arising and passing phenomena. When we deeply understand this, the oppressive power of suffering begins to dissolve from within. The cessation of suffering does not come from our efforts to destroy pain, but from ending the attachment to things that are inherently changing. Buddhist philosophy points out that suffering arises when our mind wants reality to stand still according to our will. The mystery of the path to liberation lies in this. When we fully accept the fluid nature of all things, we no longer create resistance. Without resistance, there is no conflict, and without conflict, suffering has no place to cling. Impermanence at this point is no longer an enemy, but becomes the guide leading us back to absolute tranquility. Meditation is the process of directly observing this cessation. On the cushion, we see a pain in the leg or an anxiety arise, reach its peak, and then subside on its own. By not interfering, we realize that all suffering carries within itself the seeds of its own disappearance. Mindfulness helps us identify the gap between ideas where suffering does not exist. When the vision of impermanence becomes proficient, we live amidst the flow of life without getting stuck. We cherish joy, but do not mourn when it leaves. We face sadness, but are not drowned by it. That is the true cessation of suffering, a state of boundless freedom right in the heart of a volatile world.